Another very big question. In order, how many of you would vote for Robert Jenrick? And how many of you might vote for Kemi Badenoch?
A resolute woman, Kemi Badenoch becomes the first African-British politician to emerge the UK Conservative Party leader.
We're the first party to have a black leader of the party. Another glass ceiling shattered. But I welcome Kemi to the stage.
She joined the Conservative Party in 2005 and contested for the Dulwich and West Norwood in the 2010 general election. Badenoch was elected to the London Assembly in 2015. She was elected as the Conservative Party candidate for Suffren Weldon.
The task that stands before us is tough but simple. Our first responsibility as His Majesty's loyal opposition is to hold this Labour government to account. Our second is no less important. It is to prepare over the course of the next few years for government.
She was appointed as the Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Children and Families in July 2019. In February 2020, she was appointed as the Exchequer Secretary to the Treasury and Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State. She was appointed as the Secretary of State for International Trade in September 2020 under Sunak as Prime Minister. Olukemi Olufunto Adegoke was born on 2nd January 1980 in Wimbledon, London. Her mother had travelled from Nigeria to the UK to give birth in St. Teresa's Private Hospital before the British Nationality Act 1981 abolished automatic birthright citizenship for those born in the United Kingdom, and then returned to Nigeria shortly after Badenoch was born. She is one of the 3 children born to the Nigerian Yoruba parents. Her father, Femi Adegoke, was a general practitioner who later founded a publishing company in Nigeria and became an activist for the rights of the Yoruba people. Her mother, Feyi, was a professor of physiology in America and at the University of Lagos. She has a brother and a sister. Badenoch spent her childhood living in Lagos, Nigeria and in the United States, where her mother lectured. Badenoch has spoken about having a very tough upbringing in Nigeria.
I was born here, but I grew up in a place where fear was everywhere. You cannot understand it unless you've lived it. Triple checking that all the doors and windows are locked, waking up in the night at every sound, listening as you hear your neighbors scream as they are being burgled and beaten, and wondering if your home will be next.
Her family lived in the middle-class neighborhood of Surulere, and she was a student at a private international school of Lagos. Badenoch has described her background as middle-class, but said in 2018, being middle-class in Nigeria still meant having no running water or electricity, sometimes taking your own chair to school, and claimed that her family went through periods of poverty due to inflation. She returned to the UK at the age of 16 to live with a friend of her mother's, owing to the deteriorated political and economic situation in Nigeria, which had affected her family. During her parliamentary maiden speech, Badenoch stated that she was to all intents and purposes a first-generation immigrant. Kemi Adegoke met her mate Badenoch in 2009 at the Dulwich and West Norwood Conservative Club during a campaign. They married in 2012 and have 2 daughters and a son.
They are nearly 5, nearly 8 and 11.
How lovely. Oh, busy work. Busy work.
So we've had,
this
week has been first day of primary school and first day of secondary school for my girls.
Yes.
And my boy moving into year 3, which is quite sweet.
Why not a career politician himself? Mr. Badenoch has been there every step of the way for his wife, giving her a lift around South London in 2010 as she battled them Taser Joel for the Dulwich and West Norwood seat.
There are so many people to thank. Firstly, my family, especially my husband, Hamish. Hamish, I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you for being with me every step of the way.
He puts a career ahead of his own. If he said to her that he didn't think her being the leader would work for the family, she wouldn't do it. The first black woman to lead a major UK political party, Kemi Badenoch is a distinguished and outspoken libertarian who thinks the British state is broken and that she is the one to fix it with a smaller government and radical new ideas.
This broken system is going to need an engineer to fix it. I am an engineer.
Badenoch is clearly on this wing of the party. However, she has also shown herself to be pragmatic at times and not entirely predictable in her stances on particular issues.
What I'm not going to do is start making promises. What I want to do is earn trust. We had a cap before, we didn't deliver it. We made promises before, we didn't deliver them. So why should anyone trust us now? If you come out and say, well, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, why should anybody believe you? We need to earn trust. And that's why I want to talk about renewal. This is a new changed party. Evidence that, and that will win trust. I also think that I've got a very good record personally of things that I've done that can show delivery. It's not just about making promises. And I would ask people, aren't you tired of people just coming out and saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and nothing happens? We have to look at whether the people who are making these promises have actually delivered anything before, or whether they're just people who are saying what they think they need to say to get elected and then do more of the same. And that is not who I am. I am somebody who, if I say something, it's going to happen. And if I haven't quite worked out how something's going to happen, I will go and get a plan first before coming out to make a promise. And I think that's the right way around.
On balance, the British society has positioned a great change in the near future.
The time has come to tell the truth, to stand up for our principles, to plan for our future, to reset our politics and our thinking, and to give our party and our country the new start that they deserve. It is time to get down to business. It is time to renew. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Blessing Ikpeme reporting for Puff TV.
People of the Fountain.